So last episode we left off in the portal room, but today we are in kind of just a plains biome right now. The idea is this is going to be where our starter house will go. I'm going to do an episode just collecting resources, building our starter house, and it's going to be kind of chill. So I'm going to talk about a couple things while I'm doing it, and I hope you guys enjoy the episode. As I'm collecting wood for my project, I just want to discuss kind of a couple topics. So, I obviously beat the Ender Dragon last episode, and a lot of people wonder what you do in a Minecraft world after you beat the Ender Dragon. That's supposed to be the build up, the grand thing that you do. And I don't exactly think that that's true all the time. I want to kind of ask a rhetorical question, and it's going to be important why it's rhetorical because I'm going to answer it. And it is, how far have you actually traveled in your Minecraft worlds before? How far? Because there's a certain population of people that they spawn in a world, they do everything that they want to do, and they don't leave a certain area. And then there's another set of people that that's all they do is travel. So they start where they spawn, and they just travel in a direction. They find loot, and they find stuff that they want to build with, and they find where they want to build eventually. And so I just want to kind of ask, how far have you actually been in your Minecraft world? Because in reality, the Minecraft world is 7 times larger than that of the real world. So if you imagine the size of the Earth, the whole area of the Earth, 7 times that size is the Minecraft world. And that being said, the Minecraft world is functionally infinite. There is no Minecraft world that has been explored enough to take up the same amount of space as a real life world. And so that makes what we call as a functional infinite. There's no one's ever going to explore the whole Minecraft world, and no one is going to have enough storage to hold the entire Minecraft world worth of information. And what we get is this feeling where you think, I may be the only person to ever explore this Minecraft world, or I may be the only person to ever explore this part of my Minecraft world. Right now, I'm walking on top of caves that I'll never go into, and I'm passing by structures that I might not ever loot, and I'm passing by trees that I might not ever chop. There's tons of things in this Minecraft world that I'll never interact with, and that brings a sense of loneliness, a sense of scarcity. Most people in middle school are taught about manifest destiny, and it's the idea that we have to explore. It's our God-given right to explore and to conquer. And in a Minecraft world, it's different because there is everything to conquer and nobody to conquer it from. In this world, I'm the only person in here. Unless I invite someone in. But, this is my single-player world for the most part. So unless I invite someone in here and play constantly with them, I'm only conquering things from myself. There's nobody to take things from. There's nobody to give things to. It's just me here all alone. And so I think what I'm trying to say with that is that everybody that's playing Minecraft, you start with the early game and you're trying to build a house. You're trying to escape from the zombies and skeletons. You're trying to escape from the reality that is the outside. And while doing that, you are creating kind of a sense of security for yourself that you're going to carry into the late game with you. You're turning a dark and dangerous world into a crafted estate for yourself. So as we move further away from the wilderness and more into that crafted estate that we build, the idea is that there's nothing that can harm us anymore. And so what we as humans tend to do is when there's nothing to harm us, we create our own fear. So we see that often in stories like Hugh O'Brien. You know, it's this fictional character. He makes tunnels in your world, and he extinguishes your torches. He will pop up behind you and scare you. Or he'll go in the corner of your screen, stuff like that. And what that is us trying to find some sort of feeling in the world that's not loneliness. You know? It's very easy to feel alone in the Minecraft world, and I think everybody is just trying to create their own liveliness to it. You know, we create those kinds of horror stories because we know that our builds will never become ruins by themselves. We know that nobody is actually out there going to change anything that we're making unless we're the one to make the changes. And so by adding that sense of scarcity, we kind of bring back that horror of the first night into the later game. So if you're asking why do we create horror stories, because Hero Ryan destroys that sense of security and wealth that's given to you mid-game by your house and everything. And it brings you back to that kind of scary first night. So us as the player in Minecraft, we actually take on the role of a creator. And by being the creator, we are the only thing that really can add value to the world. You know, we can obviously subtract value as much as we want. I mean, a creeper can subtract value from the world because it makes a hole. But we're what really gives the world the value that it has. The world doesn't exist unless you make it exist. Now imagine you didn't generate any of the chunks outside of your original spawn point. They're waiting in the code of the game to happen, but what you're doing is restricting yourself, restricting the game. And so by doing that, you're adding scarcity to your world and adding value to your world. People may think that scarcity doesn't add value, but when you look at people that still play the Legacy Console Edition of Minecraft, what they're finding from that version of the game is whenever you have a world that's only limited to, you know, let's say 800 by 800 blocks, is that you actually have to create intention with every single move or every single block that you mess with. So when every single change that you make could be your first mistake, you kind of have to put some forethought and willingness into everything that you do. When you add limits to the game, you get back that sense of excitement, that sense of reality that's kind of taken away from this infinite expanse. You know, it's very lonely in the average Minecraft world, but whenever there's not much world to begin with, it's hard to feel lonely at all. And so what does that all mean to me in this world? I think that it's important to find my place in this world, and I think that I'm gonna try and stick to a certain area to build all my things in. You know, maybe my starter house will be kind of an ode to the spawn area of the world. Might not stay in the spawn area of the world very often. I might go move to somewhere where I'd like to continue the rest of my builds. But I think that creating my own finite place in this world is actually what's going to give me the most structure and order and ultimately lead me to be happy in playing this world longer. So I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments about all this. You know, it's kind of a interesting way to think about it. A lot of people will play their Minecraft worlds and quickly get bored of them or kind of move on from Minecraft as a whole. You know, the 2-week stage is a common thing people talk about. So I'd like to know what you guys think about the whole 2D stage thing, or if I'm just being kind of ranty about things. As far as the house goes, I'm trying to kind of make the average starter house in Minecraft. I'm going to do a cobblestone frame for the ceiling, oak planks, and everything. I don't really want to get into too much for this episode. I think that as long as I make a nice little starter house for myself and everything, that it'll be kind of good. I was thinking about it a little more, and the reason I bring the whole Manifest Destiny thing into this is that our perceived purpose in this world is kind of to claim a piece of the infinity, when there's so much stuff to be done or to be held. We kind of orient ourselves towards doing it and holding it. And it's kind of a trait that us as humans hold, where if there's things to be done, then we'll be doing them. And I think that applies to Minecraft as well. I mean, if you look at the expansiveness of the game, there is a person doing everything. There's hardly anything in Minecraft that hasn't been done before. There's people that are constantly building new redstone contraptions, and people that are constantly doing different kinds of building and creating new, exciting ways, and creating new, exciting things in different ways. So, really, I think that the Manifest Destiny comes from the fact that what we really want is to have our own piece of the world that we've been thrown into. And in the Minecraft world, it can be hard to find our own piece of the world, because when there's an infinite amount of space to hold, you have two options, and that's to either limit yourself or to have all of it. And so you can keep expanding forever and go in one direction and just claim everything to your own. Or you can limit yourself, you can build in one area, you can claim one place, you can have a tight-knit group, and I think that option is easier and more sustainable, and a way to make yourself happier while playing the game and not just burnt out. And you may be wondering why I care at all about this, and I think it's kind of my way of assuring you that I'm not going to end this series 4 episodes in, and I actually have plans for what I want to do, other than just, play Minecraft and have fun. There's stuff that I want to actually make videos about, and I just have to not only build up the audience, but also the confidence to be able to do any of that. I'm not only talking about my personal thoughts, but also kind of, I guess, hyping myself up to be able to create the things that I want to. And I'm going to have help. I'm going to invite people on, and we're going to make some content out of episodes with multiple people and stuff like that. So I think that this is definitely an exciting thing to do. This world is going to see a lot of building, a lot of redstone and other fun stuff. And I'm excited to share it with you all. If there's anything you guys would like to see out of this, or anything you expect out of this, let me know. And also conversation topics, stuff that I can talk about while I'm making these videos, is much appreciated, because I don't always have everything to talk about. I don't know how much of this video is going to get cut or not, because I'm sitting here ranting to a screen. So above everything, I just want your feedback, how I can improve what you're expecting to see, what I need to do to make this good content, and what you think I would be and what you think I would be benefiting from in this world. So, I think since we have keep inventory on, I really am just going to wrap up this mining session by just jumping in that lava. Because honestly, there's not much point doing anything else. Okay, I think I might have gotten enough cobblestone to finish my roof. Let me go ahead and put away some of the extra stuff that I got. We do have a saddle, so it'd be awesome to get a horse sometime soon. I know I have an elytra and everything, but I obviously don't want to ruin the natural progression of the game just by, going to the end first. And that's one of those things you have to create boundaries for yourself. It's not only like a physical boundary like Legacy Console Edition where you're bound by a physical amount of blocks you can build with or anything like that. You also can create a boundary for yourself where I'm not gonna fly in the game for a while. I'm not gonna immediately start a sugarcane farm this episode and a gunpowder farm next episode to create rockets and never have to worry about transportation again. I'm gonna ride around on a horse for a while because I think that's gonna be more entertaining for you guys and for myself. So that's just my personal thoughts about that type of thing. And I think that you'll probably agree with me. If you're wondering why it takes a while for me to get videos out sometimes, not only is there a lot of stuff that I'm doing in the background of videos to actually make them go smooth, but also I've just been really enjoying playing Minecraft with some friends recently. So uh, if any of my friends are watching this, I have started playing more Minecraft on Bedrock Edition because I know that's what most of my friends play on. And so if any of you guys ever want to hop on and play, or I guess any strangers that are on here, if you guys want to, if you guys want to play Minecraft, just we can hop on sometime and have some fun. I mean, I have a world that I started, and anyone is always welcome to join. You could just hit me up, and I'll send you an invite while I'm playing, and we can mess around and do whatever we want. And I think that's kind of what I'm about when it comes to Minecraft, is I want to enjoy it with people. I think it's a very social game, and that's just one of the things I really enjoy about it. And so I don't want anyone to be kind of upset that I haven't been posting at a regular schedule, because in all reality, I'm playing the game the way that I think it's really intended to be played, and that is with the people that you enjoy playing it with. So thank you for everybody that's supporting me, regardless of how often I'm posting. And I promise that I'll be, I'll be kind of attentive in my upload schedule and see if I can't get more videos out. If I can't get more videos out more often, so. I collected a little bit of sand. I'm hoping to add windows to my build. I'm just making these shulker boxes inaccessible. It's kind of weird building my starter house, and I already have shulker boxes to put inside of it, but you know how it is. These are going to be very useful for me, even though I'm kind of quote unquote late game. I'm also very early game, obviously. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I do have a couple things I want to furnish my home with. That reminds me, I want to get clay because I need some pots or some plants, some flowers or something in my house. Also, this texture pack makes clay look like a very good building block. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to build some stuff with clay. Quick, almost a stack of it real quick. These firefly bushes are very colorful. I do enjoy them in this texture pack. Now I don't really want to wait for these furnaces to smelt, so I'm just gonna pick another one. Scope creep, never heard of it. And I'm already out of coal. Awesome. You know what that means? Another furnace. So we can make more coal. Okay, the idea is to... I don't have everything I need. I need 2 coal. 4 torches. Oh, I did not need 2. I needed 1. Whatever. And I'm making a lantern. I'm making another lantern. I already could have made them. Whatever. Lantern there. And how do I want to do this roof? No, that looks ugly. How do I want to do this roof? I really didn't. I should have used all those birch logs. We're gonna do a birch roof, but not just any birch roof, a birch slab roof. So it looks slightly less terrible, but I mean, no promises. Not gonna win any awards, but it doesn't have to. And we're 1 short, but that's okay, because we're gonna do that one, put it there, and then we're gonna take the birch planks, put one on there, put a lantern there, and we got 64 birch planks now. Awesome. I'm just gonna replace that. And we're gonna take that, put it in there. Awesome. Now we're gonna get glass. We're gonna put glass there. There, there, there. There, there, there. There, there. Glass, glass, glass. Awesome. And I left a couple blank walls because I'm thinking that this would be a good spot for a horse stable. And back there, I don't know what we're gonna do. But and here's the thing, is I know that this isn't like the most beautiful Minecraft build you've ever seen, but I can actually build when I want to. So that gives me a free pass. This is a starter house, not some crazy ordeal. There we go. And now I have too many. And we need 3 of these. And hey, look, we're not going to have too many of these now. Not enough. Cool. Okay, I guess that goes. And actually really want these. And we're going to put those back in there. And we have enough to make this. And I don't care that they're the same color as the shutters. Then we got to get some flowers. Or look, bush, bush. Then we put the bushes there. Let's get a third one. Where's the third bush? This isn't a bush, but I'll take it. There's a bush. We'll put firefly bushes in front of the window. And then we'll put... Oh yeah, that. And then we'll put these as potted plants. So we gotta get bricks. We don't have a floor. How are we gonna... This is a very fast shovel. Alright, well I can only hope that I have this fast of a shovel for all of this. All of this Let's Play series. And I'm not actually going to do this like this. I want to do like a basket weave type of floor. So, see, I don't know if I want to leave it as... I don't know if I want to leave it with bark or if I'll just rip it. I don't know. So we're going to do it with bark first, and then we're going to rip it and see which one is better. Who would have thought you could just do stuff like that? I don't know, man. I like the bark. Let's strip some. I don't know, man. I like it stripped too. And now we're too far to go back, so we'll just leave it like this. Perfect. No, I like that. I think that's good. I don't like whatever that weird shadow thing is, but it's chill. It's chill. And the ceiling's very bright ceiling. That, not so great, but it's okay. It's okay. And with our brick, we gotta make one of these, and these, and another one of these. Because we're getting fancy with it. Yeah, put that there, and put that there. And then we're gonna put an oxide in. Very nice, very nice. And we're gonna take our bed. Bed goes there, center spawn. Crafting table. Put that there. Very nice. You know what? Let's double down. We'll put a dandelion on the other side. Isn't that something? And then... do I have... oh, I don't have that mod that lets you pick up stuff. I don't. Well, what am I doing? It's okay. All this will be moved in there. I bet it will eventually, maybe. But hey, that is a starter house if I've ever seen one. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a screenshot. Oh, that is gonna wrap up our episode. I hope you enjoyed watching today's episode. It's gonna be way shorter than the previous ones. I just wanted to give you kind of a direction of where the series is going. I also wanted to kind of build a little starter house with you guys, and I appreciate everyone for watching. Um, Next episode, I have a couple ideas. It could either be resource gathering, getting villagers set up, or it could be just kind of an exploration episode. I don't know. So let me know in the comments which one you'd like to see more. Um, if you have any other ideas, definitely let me know those too. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.